Coxie, obviously an important win. I know that a lot of people looking long term go keep seasons alive, but just important to get a win like that where you're pushed for 2, probably 3 quarters, but come out over the top in the end.
Oh, you're exactly right. I think, the way North certainly pressured and their work rate from contest to contest. In the first half, though, I think they were plus 16 or 17 ground balls. To their credit, they delivered on probably what we expected them to. We had to try and adjust and get ourselves back into the game, and it was pleasing to see that happen.
Brodie was obviously very dominant in terms of the actual hit-outs and the hit-outs to advantage, but it took a while to kind of find that momentum around the midfield and the stoppage because North were pushing guys under the ball and finding those wins. What was the key message to turn that around and try and get on top of the clearances and the contested possessions?
Yeah, I think with the clearances to be, what were they? Plus 16, plus 24 first possessions. So part of that is obviously Brodie, and the other part is the setup and the mids being able to get to work. I think, one thing we said throughout the week is personnel is one thing, but you got to make sure that you are predictable to each other. And for most parts, to kick 8 goals 5 from stoppage shows that we were that.
Have you patched things up with Isaac? I'm not too happy with it.
Yeah, I have. He wanted to obviously stay out, being the competitor he is, and my job is to make sure he's as fresh as possible for Friday night. Because with 5 minutes he had a rotation that he missed earlier, and it was about trying to make sure that we got him off.
Have you seen many better individual games than you showed today?
He was unbelievable. And to Isaac, yeah, I've seen a few of his. It's hard to rank them because there's a fair few of them. I think when you talk about the top echelon of the competition and where Isaac sits in that, he delivers time after time for this football club. So I don't think anyone can speak highly enough of what he contributes. And he's done it week in, week out for a long time. On ball, ahead of the ball. He's an unbelievable footballer.
Obviously, Haynes was incredible today, but after a month now of having, obviously, Haynes, Chad, Errol in there, Brodie's in sensational form, do you go, okay, this is the team that I was planning for at the start of the year? Obviously, injuries affect, and I finally feel like this team is playing the Swans footy that you wanted to instill in them as coach?
We've still got a lot of work to do. And I think the good thing is when you have those players, they come straight after a game, they come on a Monday morning, how do we improve? How do we get better? And that's the greatest thing about coaching them, is the best players want to perform well and the team perform as well as it can every week. So those 4 are no different. And then when you add sort of Callum Mills, even Dane Rampy at the age, what can I do to help this team win now? So it's, it makes it an easy group to coach. And, with the areas we need to work on coming Friday night, because we're playing against a team that is in red-hot form.
Brodie Grundy was chasing down a few hit-out records, personal bests, until, I guess, Peter Adams came in, took some of that time away. What was the thinking there to bring in 2 rucks today with Peter coming and also starting sub?
Yeah, we thought about, do we play 3 talls right from the outset? And then the other thing as well is if we're doing that, how do we also... Brodie's played every game this year, and also Pete, being a sub, allowed when he come on for Brodie to still ruck, but also play forward and spend some time on the bench as well. We're going into 2 6-day breaks. He's had a big year, and Pete's been playing really well in the VFL. So there's a chance to do that. We just opted to go a little bit smaller earlier, and knowing that at some stage we're going to play 3 talls.
How impressed have you been with Jack Buller's ability to really build into this sort of 3-4 game stretch now and have some really good contested marks, finish some of his work in front of goal? Obviously, had that one that he'd want back, but we're seeing a lot more from him for just his 4th or 5th game.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And I think now with Jack, his ability he missed a whole year with a back. So for him to train as hard as he could in the off-season, he did that. and now he's taking his opportunity, which is compete as hard as you possibly can ahead of the ball, play within our system, try not to get outmarked, and when you get the opportunity, take the ones he has. And then the pleasing thing that Jack's done of recent is make his opportunities count. So, he's been in great form. He gets next weekend, he gets some serious defenders he'll have to play against.
I guess in terms of next weekend, probably there'll be a lot of eyes on both how Tommy Papley and Tommy McCartan are progressing. Are there any updates on how they've been throughout the week?
Yeah, so it's just about getting through each day as we come. So we still won't know their availability. All I know is Tommy's been doing what he has to do. And on top of that, then Paps trained this morning fully. So it'll be how he pulls up, what metrics he has to get to, and we'll sit down with the medical staff Monday and discuss what he needs to do Monday. Both need to do Monday to be available for a T2, which is our main training session, before we can declare anything.